Okay, so this next problem is called number 4, searching through a list. So create a program that searches through a list of numbers and checks if a certain number that the user entered is in a list. If the number is in the list, the program should print the index of that number. Name this file listsearch.py. Okay, so I'm going to go make listsearch.py here. And then I'm just going to make a list real quick. So list1 equals, I'm going to use these square brackets, and I'll say 6, 1, 3, 0, 2. Okay. So now that I have a list here, I need to find the number the user wants to search for. So num equals, I'm going to make it an integer, input, and then enter the number you want to search for. Okay, so once I get this, I know I need to make a loop now because I want to basically look through all of these objects in the list and see if it's equal to the number. So I'm going to use a for loop here. So for x in range. So I'm in this case, x is going to be the index value I want to check because I want to give the user the index value. So I'm going to start it at 0 since index starts at 0, and then I'll use the length of the list because we know that the range function, it stops before this number, and so in this case the length of the list would be 5, but the last index would be 4. So we could just do the length of the list here. So I'm going to say if list1, so if the list1 of the index that I'm in is equal to the num, I'm going to print the number plus string number, and then is in index position, and then I'm going to use x here, convert it to a string, is in index position at, and then in the list. Okay, so that should work for that. And then also I don't want my loop to continue going after this, so I'm going to write break here, which will just, it'll terminate this loop and it won't run through it again. And I also want to check if we got to the end of the range here. So if x is equal to length of list1 minus 1, so this right here, it'll give me the last index value of the list, and then I'm going to print the number, I can't type, the number is not in the list. Okay, so the error goes away. Okay, so this should work. So since I know the list, I'm just going to put in 3. So it says number 3 is in index position 2 in the list, which is correct. Let's try it with a number that's not on the list. Let's say 10. The number is not on the list. So that was a list thing. It was the use of lists, iterating through them with loops and the break statements. The next one is it's a pretty complicated one. It uses a class and a dictionary, and it's a pretty hefty project. Let's get ready for that one.